Well, hello and welcome back to another Pokemon Master video. I'm just gonna say it. Skip to 19 minutes, guys. If you want to see the run, skip to 19 minutes. I'm gonna be yapping a little bit here, and if you just want to see the run, skip to 19 minutes, and then watch after the end of the fight. I do talk a little bit more after the fight, but again, I don't want to waste your time, so just skip to 19 minutes if you want to see the full run, and then after that run, I talk a little bit. That being said, though. Fire Tower Floor 30. There's two things that inspired this run. One is me pulling for Academy Kabu and Academy Jasmine. I wanted to see if I can pull them or scout for them so that I can attempt this run. But the main thing is this replay here that you're going to watch. So this replay, I noticed that they were using Academy Hugh, level 140 by the way. And they're using Neo Champion Leaf and Anniversary N. I have both N and Leaf at 3 out of 5 copies, and so I basically have all the characters for this run at the right move level. Now I don't have them at level 200, and so I needed to upgrade them to level 200. But I watched this video and I learned a lot of things here. So the main thing that they're doing that I didn't think about is using Leaf as the tank. So pick Knight because the Academy character doesn't have that much HP and defense. So they're actually using Leaf as the tank, which I think is super smart. After that, they basically are just making sure that their N is the main attacker. N does a lot of damage, especially if you unlock his EX roll. His sync move already does a bunch of damage because it's a tech unit, and so it has like pecking order and devastation. So it already does a bunch of damage. But the N hits everybody, and so you can get a lot of sync moves into. I think during the run you get like 3 or 4 sync moves in with N by himself, and so it's really strong. And of course you're using Neo Champion Leaf. Her role is as a debuffer, so it makes it so that the enemy has less attack, and so they do less damage to you. And she has potions as well, which is super helpful to healing your characters up. Again, Leaf is not a tank, and so you're going to need to be healing her up a lot during this fight. That being said, though, you don't take that much damage. Again, you're debuffing their attack, but you're also buffing your special defense. So how Academy Hugh, I'm not sure. He has special attack practicum, which raises your special defense by 4 stat for all your characters, and that really carries the run. It makes it so that all your characters are able to tank 2 sync moves. As long as the second sync move doesn't land any crits, you're able to tank 2 sync moves. But the most important thing is the flinch sequencing. So I talk a little bit about the flinch sequencing later on in the video if you just want to watch my failed runs as well as this run and my winning run. But flinch sequencing is super important, is because you have to flinch the enemy, and if you flinch the enemy, basically you take less damage, but you also have more time to use more moves, to use more sync moves. You can see here in this run also what's interesting is I'll talk more about the flinching, but I want to talk about this because you're seeing the Moltres syncing. So they actually sync with Hugh first, and then N, and then Leaf. The reason why you don't want to sync with Hugh and Leaf first, you might think, oh, that's logical because you get your sync move buff. But this run is super important in that you don't have that much sunny day uptime. You don't have that much sunny day uptime. And so you really want to space out your sunny day triggers so that you always have sunny day for the entire battle. So that's why you delay Leaf's sunny day, and that's why Leaf basically just uses Leer the entire fight. Leer, maybe some potions. But then when her sunny day set up by her sync move is about to run out, that's when you use Flare Blitz. So that's when you start doing the damage. That's when you start getting in the damage, getting in the sunny day. But the flinching is important. Like I mentioned before, how flinches, and every time he flinches one of the enemies, they build a resistant to flinch. They have like a condition shield, so they can't be affected by status changes and condition changes. And that only triggers when you use or when you flinch them. it doesn't trigger when you burn them. And it can interfere with N's burning, but basically after you flinch one enemy, you want to go ahead and flinch the next enemy. And the sequencing for the attacks is always zigzag. So the battle starts with Lugia, Celebi, Suicune, and then back to Lugia, Celebi, Suicune, and then Lugia, Celebi, Suicune, Lugia, Celebi, Suicune, Lugia. So it like goes back and forth, right? Lugia, Celebi, Suicune, Lugia, Celebi, Suicune, yeah. So that it just bounces back and forth, and so you have to keep track of what the enemy is gonna attack next, which enemy is gonna attack next. That's also super important when you use a sync move. When they use a sync move, you might forget like, oh, who attacked last, but it's always gonna be in that sequence. And of course, there are some exceptions, like for example, when Lugia uses a crit move all, or after the sync move, the first sync move when Lugia uses X attack all. But you just want to keep on flinching, and then when they build up a resistance to the flinch, that's when you sneak in mini potions. That's when you try to attack the target that hasn't been flinched yet. So basically, you just keep bouncing back and forth to flinching. And it's super powerful because if you predict the flinches, like here, they flinched the Celebi, and then now they go back and flinch the Lugia, right? They don't have, a shield up, and so they can keep bouncing the flinches. And again, I can't talk too much because I want my recording here to end when the video ends, but that's basically it. I think it's a super cool run that this person made. Again, I tweaked it a little bit, but in terms of the basic fundamentals, I think this person just had an incredible run. And of course, you know, the only real investment is the plaques of perfection on N and on Leaf. And yeah, their run looks incredible. So hopefully you enjoy my run. Again, go to 19 minutes, guys. Skip to 19 minutes. Trust me. Oh, all right. Hour 2 of floor 30. This is gonna be the first time I'm gonna start recording this live. It's not the most fun, and it's pretty difficult. My opening sequence, I think I have down pretty well here. The main thing is I just noticed I need crits, dude. I need crits with my Leaf sync move, and I need crits with my N sync move. Okay, what's the next thing I'm gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna do this. Perfect opening sequence. We got 2 flinches. I'm just gonna chill here a little bit. I also need to get lucky with not dying from the second sync move. Literally, it doesn't matter how good my run is. If they land crits during the second sync move, I just die. There's nothing I can really do about that, unfortunately. So, again, I think opening sequence, I'm not even sure if this is the best opening sequence. I mean, I did get to 2 flinches, but I do eat this move every time here. So, I applied the fire rebuff on the Celebi. I can't be doing that. Yes, perfect opening sequence. That being said, though, I messed up. I need to make sure all the right moves are on the Lugia. I'm always switching the targets, but the 2 moves that are very important on the Lugia is the fire charge for the rebuff, and of course Leaf sync move. I have missed those moves before, and it ends the run. I didn't get the perfect opening sequence there because that Celebi was able to land an attack, but that's okay because we'll just flinch it the next time it attacks, you know? Indeed, I think, yes, here's where I use my flame charge. Wait, I can't use my flame charge. I have to use my attack on the Celebi here. Unfortunately, it delays my flame charge. Brickwork on a Celebi. Now we can flinch it, hopefully. Lugia is still gonna be in the state of unflinchability, so we're gonna flame charge here. And we are going to go ahead and sync with N. Unfortunately, Lugia isn't burned, even though I have hostile environment. I have hostile environment on my N, but unfortunately wasn't able to burn it before this first sync move. So we're going to do significantly less damage here. I did land a crit, which is good. The first crits aren't that important. Did I get the flinch off? No, I did not get the flinch off. Okay, that's fine. We can still get the flinch off on this Suicune. At this point, I probably want to heal my Moltres. We got our burn. Nice. Let's brick break the Lugia. Let's use Glory to Flame. Let's make sure we're targeting the Lugia here. Celebi is going to be up next. It doesn't really matter, actually. I guess we'll use brick break on Celebi. Yeah, we want to. If we miss the flinch on the Lugia, we don't want to flinch it now. We would rather save it for the Giga Impact. We're gonna sync on the Lugia, and I think after this, who attacked? Did Celebi attack or did Suicune attack? I think Suicune attacked. I think Lugia is going to attack here, or Lugia is going to use a buff. And so I'm just going really slow because I'm talking at the same time. I want to make sure this run is as perfect as it can be. And then inevitably I'm going to get critted for the second sync. Okay, how are we looking? I'd rather go slow than mess up the run, you know? Hopefully I land a crit here. It's actually incredibly important that I land a crit here. Naturally. We're going to go ahead and I think I want to brick break the Celebi. I think Celebi is next to attack here. Yes, okay. I am really full HP on the Moltres, which is nice. That means that I can survive the Giga Impact if it does hit. Okay, I did not flinch the Celebi. Okay, that's fine. Now I am in death range to Giga Impact. But let's heal in case we don't flinch the Lugia. What am I doing next? Okay, we have to target Suicune. Doesn't really matter because they still can't be flinched. I missed the flinch again. I am missing all the flinches. Well, hopefully, Suicune. I think Suicune can be flinched at the moment. Yeah, it can. Okay, so maybe if I get lucky, I can flinch Suicune, Lugia, and Celebi all right here. Landed the flinch. Okay, so now we're gonna flinch the Lugia, or attempt to at least. I did not land a crit. Why, dude? Why? Watch this speed of run I beat. Oh my, I didn't even flinch the Lugia. Okay, let's try to flinch the Celebi. I think it's over. I missed way too many flinches. They're going to get their second sync move before I can get my other sync move. Actually, let's... Oh! I missed it again. Oh my goodness. What a terrible run. What a terrible run. I missed everything. Okay, let's reset. If only I hit the 2 flinches. It's fine. That run, I would have died to the same move anyways. Think positive. Think positive. Again, opening sequence. Hopefully all goes well this run. This is the run, I feel it. just need to go slow. Just need to go slow here. I didn't flinch the Celebi. That's okay. We'll flinch it next time. Lugia has been flinched, which means we can go ahead and use Flame Charge. I got the burn on the Celebi. Oop. Okay, there we go. Actually, I can't use Flame Charge. I have to use Brick Break on the Celebi here. So we go ahead and do that. Alright. And now I think we can go ahead and use Flame Charge on the Lugia. Yes. Okay, this seems similar to my last run, I feel like. Okay. Oh, everyone's burned. Oh, everyone's burned. This run is looking good. This run is looking very, very good. If the crits land. Okay. I'm gonna get that off. Crit landed, that's good. The first crit, honestly, is the least important. But if the other crits land... Okay, I missed the flinch there. Let's see if we can flinch the Suicune. I do need to buff with that. I'm going to brick break the Lugia. Okay, we flinched the Suicune, so now we have the opportunity of flinching the Lugia again. I'm going to go a little bit slow here. What do I want? Do I need to use Potion on Moltres? I'm going to use it now, actually. And I'm going to go ahead and attempt to flinch. I did land a flinch on the Lugia, which is huge. And now we're going to try to get a crit on the Lugia. Oh, why did I use mini potion all? Oh my gosh, I'm trolling. I'm going slow and yet I'm messing up. That mini potion all. I need both of them because I don't have MP refresh. We did get the crit on the sync move as well. Oh no. Oh, I messed up big time. I just don't have enough healing. Okay, no crits. Let's think. The next Pokemon that's gonna attack is the Suicune. The Suicune is resistant to flinching. So I'm going to. Yeah, I'm still gonna just break it, I suppose. Okay. We're just healing with our attacks here, and then we're gonna break the Lugia, which hopefully it wears off before they use their attack. I don't think it wore off. I think I'm gonna eat that Giga Impact. I don't think it's gonna kill me. Alright. Hopefully this sync move gets a crit. I think this run is still salvageable if this sync move gets a crit. And let's go. Okay. We need to flinch the Celebi here. I missed my move, but that's okay. Okay, now we can flinch Celebi, we can flinch Lugia. I think Suicune's also flinchable as well. So everyone, I need to flinch everybody right now. I need to get the perfect flinch, because if I miss the flinch, then they use crit, and then they can use their sync move. I also missed my Flare Blitz I should have used on a Lugia. Not a big deal, I hope. I just need to hit the next crit. Okay. Oh, I should have used Brick on a Celebi. I kind of knew it was going to go on that. Okay, that's fine. Let's full target the Lugia at this point. When I say full target, I mean my Breaks shouldn't. I'm actually going to use Flame Charge here. I should use Brick because that'll boost my sync move, but we're just going to use, because I'm afraid of killing the side Pokemon. Okay, I did kill the side Pokemon. That's why, I don't want to flinch the Lugia now, even though they're unflinchable at the moment. Alright. I need to time this. I need to not die to crits. If my Leaf dies, I guess that's okay. But I can't have my N dying here. Are they flinchable? They are flinchable. Okay, let's go ahead and use Brick Break here. I need N to survive. I don't think Leaf is going to survive. N did not survive. That run is chalked. Again, it doesn't matter how well you do. If the end, they land a crit on the important Pokemon, you have to reset the run, nevertheless. So that's fine. That's fine. I landed my crits, but they also crit me. So it's always the run where you don't land your crits that they don't land their crits. So again, opening sequence, I think it's going about as normal. No, I didn't flinch the Celebi, which is okay. We'll flinch it the next time it comes around. Unfortunately, that means I will have to eat this Brave Bird, because there's no way I can really flinch this Lugia. Again, I think this is very similar to the last two runs. I burned the Celebi, which is good. Again, I do have a hostile environment, so we should be burning when there's a good opportunity to. I didn't flinch the Celebi. Okay, this Celebi has not been flinched yet, and they have used a lot of moves, which isn't good. Let's try to flinch the Suicune, I suppose. I need to heal my Moltres after this. What, is the Celebi gonna attack next? I'm not sure. Oh, I didn't even flinch the Suicune. Okay, this run is a reset. I don't care. I just missed too many flinches, which means I'm really behind on my attacks. Let's go ahead and opening sequence again. Just thinking about what I want to do there. Okay. Hopefully we can get our flinches in, because we really need the flinches in so that we can not be behind in our moves. Okay, we got the perfect opening sequence, I believe. And we can use Flame Charge on the Lugia here after the Suicune uses X speed. I think that Suicune always uses X speed if I do that perfect opening sequence there. So since Lugia can't be flinched right here, it still has resistance, we're gonna go ahead and use our Flame Charge to apply that rebuff. And then again, Celebi still can't be flinched either, so I think I have to tank both moves here. But we do want to use Brick Break to increase our sync move damage nevertheless. After this, Lugia can be flinched, which is good. So let's hope that we can flinch Lugia, Suicune, and Celebi here. That would be the perfect line. Okay, we got a move in there. Actually, it doesn't really matter. No, okay, I wasn't able to flinch the Lugia there. I need to heal my Moltres now. Probably need to use Gloria Flame as well too. Oh, I didn't flinch the Suicune. Okay. Not the greatest, but you know what? We'll flinch them all after our sync move. So here I want to sync. Oh, I didn't buff with... Oh, did I buff? Oh, I just have special attack. But I don't have crit, do I? Yeah, I don't have crit. Oh, I didn't use my buff move with Leaf, which means I can't crit here. I will do max damage, but I didn't crit. Okay. I guess that's fine. I forgot who attacked last. Was it Suicune or Celebi? I think it was Suicune. So Celebi is going to use their attack next. Yes. There's a possibility that we go ahead and we actually flinch everybody. I do want to use do want to use that move so I can buff my Flare Blitz when I start using it. We burned the Celebi, now we try to burn the Lugia. Or flinch. Try to flinch the Lugia. Okay, we ate that. That's okay. We really need to flinch the Lugia here. And then flinching the Suicune next, of course. Yes, okay, perfect. And keep on using our moves. I can't believe I forgot to buff with... Oh, I knew the Lugia was still flinched. I should have went ahead and used it on the Celebi. Unfortunately, Celebi's going to get hit off. I did not crit anybody there? Are you kidding me? Okay. Unfortunately, okay, this Giga Impact, I'm going to eat it here, unfortunately. But I won't die. I'm going to mini potion all so that my Moltres gets healed here decently well, and maybe should have saved it. Okay, we need to use the Flare Blitz on Lugia here. And there is a chance that Lugia can get flinched here, I believe. Oh, it's die hit all. Okay, again, I was too behind. That's why it's important to get the moves in on time. Okay, who can't... Oh, I flinched the Lugia. Oh no, now it's going to be resistant for a long time. I don't know if there's a chance no more. I guess if it uses Giga Impact a lot... If it uses Giga Impact a lot and none of my Pokemon die, I might be okay. We're gonna try to flinch the Celebi as well. Buy myself a little bit more time again. If nothing dies and they use Giga Impact... Okay, nothing dies. I need to see a lot of Giga Impacts here. I did attempt to flinch the Celebi, which is super good. I did flinch it, sweet. Okay. I think I'm going to get a sync move in here. I need to hit a crit. I think if I hit a crit, I might win the fight. Also, there's a chance I can flinch them again here too. Okay. Leaf is dead, but the other two should still be alive. Oh, okay, this sync move is gonna have Sunny Day as well. Please hit a crit. Please. Please, I beg you, I don't want to do this anymore. No, I did hit a crit, but it wasn't enough. Giga Impact. Oh. Burn to death. Burn to death, please. We got the run with commentary on camera, guys. Oh my goodness. We did it. The first floor 30 run on the Clizzard account. And I mentioned last video, I haven't even done anything over 21. You can see what, look, all my towers are under 20 or under 21, I suppose. And this is the one I got 30. All right, I have to go through everything. Since I'm talking anyways, I might as well go through the build. Right, I think the most important thing is Hue. I think this is the important one. I think Adrenaline 1 was the lucky skill that I saw in the run. The run I'm talking about was the run that I was trying to mimic is this run here. This run. So this is the run I was trying to mimic. I did do a few changes, which I'll show you. But the Adrenaline lucky skill, I think that's what they use, so I also use that. The reason why is we already have Vigilance, so there's no point in getting more Vigilance. That's not Vigilance. I think Vigilance is somewhere here. But yeah, Vigilance here. Obviously, this tile is super strong because you get that Sunny Day at the beginning of the fight. And then I barely beat that. Battle, so that really tells you that all the damage really matters, right? Team safe start. I mean, come on. This what does it. This is, if I didn't have this, I die. So that's super good. The rebuff, again, the timing, what you hit is super important. Basically, you want to use it when you can't really flinch anybody. And this, I didn't have this tile unlocked. I just didn't have enough green orbs, even though I should have. So I didn't have this unlocked. But if you have this unlocked, I think the run would be a little bit easier. Of course, staggering is important. Wait, Defense Destroyer. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I don't need this. Instead of unlocking that tile, you should unlock this tile for sure. I didn't need this. I thought the last one was staggering for some reason. But you don't need this because you're running Leaf. So I messed up the sync grid. Doesn't matter. I still beat the run. This special attack practicum, the most important thing here is, of course, buffing your N so that he doesn't need to buff himself. But the most important thing is raising your special defense so that you don't die to the blizzards and the sync move. And of course, mainly special attacks. So you need to unlock all the HP and special attack nodes, or special defense nodes, I'm sorry. The defense nodes are useless. You're going to die to Giga Impact anyways. And I think Giga Impact is the only physical move during that final battle. Now, of course, if you're going to do floor 29 and 28, then you want to flip this around. You actually want to make sure that you have your defense tiles unlocked, and you want your attack practicum shield for that defense. So this particular build is only for the final. Again, I would recommend, instead of Defense Destroyer, you give Potion. Impervious is not really useful, so you don't really need these tiles. I just had a good run, so I had extra red and extra yellow, but really the most important thing is this. You want to be able to heal off that hyper voice at the beginning of the fight, and any glass glades at the beginning of the fight. I think everything else is pretty, not much to say. I did unlock his EX skill as well, so Field, that's important to keep up Sunny Day, and to give him extra stats. And super happy about this. I didn't need to upgrade N that much. I mean, I did give him Plaques of Perfection, so in some cases the Plaques of Perfection you might consider more valuable than your move candies, but I kind of decide that the Plaques of Perfection aren't as important as move candies, so I use those instead of the move candies. But I think you could probably use move candies and have a similar effect. Weathering Warrior 3, important, of course, so that you can do as much move damage and sync move damage as possible. The grid, nothing fantastic. Okay, so the other person who did the run didn't have hostile environment. They instead had like, I think, move refresh or something. But I like hostile environment just because it does, I think it does weaken the Giga impact, so it's relevant. And this makes it so that you just have better RNG. Of course, the EX roll is unlocked. The reason why I have that is my gear. Now, what you want to do is you want to go into the shop, the Battle Rally shop, and get your pink feathers, your silver rarity pink feathers, because those are really good for to get sync nuke tiles. You can look at this. Look, I used two pins to pin fire and opponent status condition. Unscathed 5 is kind of useless. If you're not full health, then you're not going to get this. But 2 of these, which means not only is this good for Fire Tower, but I have the main character theme, so this is also going to be good for Electro Tower when I do that. And 90 HP is on the higher side. And extra special attack is relevant for N and for Ash, which is what I'm planning on using this for. This is a more of a recent addition. Again, this is just a random one, so I didn't unlock anything, but we get the special attack, we get a little bit of extra special defense, we get a little bit extra HP, which is all relevant. Fire theme, of course, and a solar flare and special sync move up next 3. And if my Pig Knight had fighting zone, I mean, listen, you know. So, and then this one, I think this is Marnie. This is Marnie's theme feather. It just solar flare 3 and fire move up 2. You know, with the fire and rival theme, you know, you can't go wrong with that. And then for Leaf, the MVP, I mean, I went through so many sync iterations with her, you know, turning on and off Flabbergas, turning on and off MP Refresh 3, turning on and off Endurance if I wasn't using Hue. I mean, removing Drought Alert 3 if I felt I didn't need it. Like, this sync grid just did a lot of changes. And that final fight, I don't even think I got a crit with Leaf. If I remember correctly, I didn't even use her buff move. So there we go. Of course, her EX roll is unlocked. This was before. And then her theme skill, I mentioned this, or her lucky skill. I don't know what lucky skill the person was using in that replay. I decided Weather Warrior 3 for the most damage output, but yes, okay. Enough yapping. That's the team. Is there anything else relevant? Not really. So there we go. We got the Fire Tower, and I think that's it. I just want to show the medal that you get. Where do I get my medals? The medal that you get for your achievement, or your title, I should say. And yeah, Fire Tower is easy. I think Fire Tower is the easier one if you Fire Tower is on the easier side if you have the right units. But I'm happy. Oh, I did not want that to be my favorite. But I'm happy I was able to do it without spending. Again, the most important thing was not spending any move candies. And of course, I don't know where I'm pressing. The MVP. If you want to know the MVP of this run, the MVP is actually is Academy Kabu and Academy Jasmine. Because without Academy Kabu and Academy Jasmine, my Academy Hue wouldn't be good. So I guess, you know, I spent the gems to roll for Kabu and Jasmine so that I wouldn't need to spend the gems on Arc Suit fire types, because I didn't really want Leon, I didn't really want Silver. So yes, the real MVP, Jasmine, which I got in 2 multis. Again, I just got lucky. I mean, I had to do 30 Fire Tower, right, guys? This is the reason why I did 30 Fire Tower. But you guys saw it, so there you go. That's the run. And do I recommend trying out? No. Unless you really like Academy Jasmine and Academy Kabu. I can't really say I recommend. And of course, you still need Leaf and the other guy. And okay, I'm rambling. Thank you for watching, you beautiful way you are. I'll catch you in the next Pokemon Master video. I don't know what's next. I don't know if I'm going to actually do another 30 or I'm going to do 350 first. I don't know which one's going to come first, but yep.